Hi, my name is Michelle Mazzanti, and today I will be discussing case study 3, which is to describe the methodology used to train and support staff. The first thing I will discuss is developing tactics for training staff to confidently perform assessment and intervention procedures. So to train staff on this case, behavior skills training was used. The RBTs in our company do not perform assessments unless they are working towards their BCBA and perform the assessment under the direct supervision and guidance of a supervisor. However, BST is used to train staff on how to implement skill acquisition and behavior reduction interventions. First, the correct steps of implementation were operationally defined, along with specific examples and non-examples of correct implementation. The skills/steps were then modeled for the staff, and the staff role-played the skills repeatedly. Performance feedback was provided during practice as needed until mastery was achieved. Or in other words, the skill was repeatedly performed correctly. On-the-job training is then provided on a continuous basis, and a return to more formal, extensive training is utilized if necessary. The staff can also always refer to their treatment fidelity log to review the correct steps of implementation. Next, I will discuss performance monitoring, feedback, and reinforcement systems for staff. Performance monitoring of the staff is conducted using a treatment fidelity checklist, which is filled out by the BCBA each session. This checklist allows the supervisor to systematically collect performance data on each staff member to ensure that they are implementing the procedures with high fidelity. If a staff member receives an inadequate treatment fidelity score, this is an opportunity to revisit behavior skills training. Informal performance monitoring also occurs as needed throughout each session, where the supervisor simply assesses staff performance and provides feedback as necessary. Feedback. Feedback provided to staff always starts and concludes with a positive statement. What was done correctly, what was performed incorrectly, and specifically what corrections are needed are discussed during feedback. Reinforcement systems. It is also always ensured that the staff is receiving consistent reinforcement. The supervisor provides regular, genuine, and behavior-specific praise for job performance. Additionally, our company provides recognition for nominated staff in the monthly newsletter. Next, I will discuss developing a functional assessment approach to identify variables affecting personnel performance. So, diagnostics, Performance diagnostics have been used with certain staff to identify reasons for insufficient work performance by taking and analyzing ABC data. An example of an antecedent to insufficient performance could be that the staff did not receive proper training for the specific work task. A consequence could be escape from the aversive task. It is critical to operationally define sufficient performance in observable and measurable terms. Once sufficient performance is clearly defined, work not meeting the criterion can be identified and addressed. Okay, next I will discuss determining what function-based strategies can be used to improve personnel performance. Once sufficient performance has been identified, the function must then be determined in order to implement an intervention that matches that function. For instance, a staff member was consistently leaving session 15 to 20 minutes early each day, and the parent, understandably so, began to complain. Feedback was provided to the staff member, but it was reported by the parent that the behavior continued. The supervisor decided to use a performance diagnostic to determine why the behavior was occurring. After collecting ABC data, the BCBA noted that by leaving 15 to 20 minutes early each day, the staff member was not present for the client's dinner time. After discussing this with the staff member explained that the client regularly engaged in intense and prolonged tantrums during this transitional period to their dinner time. and that they were not sure how to deal with it. Once the behavior had been identified as avoidance, the BCBA was able to provide additional training to the staff member on how to address the tantrums with the client. Once the individual received additional training, they reported feeling comfortable and no longer found the task aversive. After the training, the staff member stopped leaving sessions early. I have not yet measured treatment validity or integrity. However, going forward, I will do so using direct observation and collecting treatment fidelity as well as IOA data. Thank you.